All right, Chad, how we all doing tonight? How the fuck we all doing tonight? I think I'm doing pretty fucking good. Ah, I think I'm doing pretty fucking good indeed. You know, I always say, if you send a super chat when I'm not live, I'll see it when I am live. And we had a super chat a week ago. It says anonymous, but it's actually from Common Filth.
Have you heard of Jesus?
He sent me a whopping $92.92. Thank you very much for that. And it says, I've developed a crippling addiction to gambling on Solana meme coins, passing some of my winnings to you, buddy. By the way, the earth is flat. It is not. That's been kind of settled millennia ago, but thank you very much for the generous donation. That actually came at a very fortuitous time for me. There was a big honking fucking omnibus out at the comic book store last week, and I was like, man, money's tight. I can't justify it. Let me go ahead. This guy right here. I was like, I don't know, man. And boom, there's Common Phil paying for most of it for me out of nowhere. I appreciate it. So that's where your very generous donation went, Common Filth. That collects all the Marvel DC one-shots they ever put out. The only other Marvel DC crossovers, they did the Marvel DC series and then the two Access sequels and the Amalgam one-shots, which is like the combined nerd shit. And then the JLA Avengers crossover. And all the Marvel versus DC and Amalgam shit's supposed to be in another omnibus that I very much want. But this thing rules. This thing, you talk about fucking memories. I couldn't be happier to have it. So, oh gosh. Yes, Trump is projected to win Pennsylvania. As of right now, it's all but official. I don't know. Maybe we're going to wake up tomorrow and they're going to be like, no, actually, we found 4 billion Kamala votes in every fucking state each. But I don't think so. I don't think so, Chad. I think we're doing pretty good here. So he says, who is Peanut? Peanut is the squirrel that was murdered by the city. So, okay. Most of you probably know this. Some of you don't. So let's get you up to speed. There was a dude in New York who rescued a little baby squirrel, nursed it to health, and it became his pet, his very beloved pet. And he would do TikTok videos with this cool squirrel pet of his. And the state of New York busted into his house and killed him because the government is evil. Never forget that. The government is fucking evil. And they will murder your pets just for the fun of it. Ballot printer goes burr. I don't know if the ballot printer is going to go burr or not, man. I don't know. It could. It could, man. I don't know. Maybe we wake up tomorrow and and Harris is wearing Joe Biden's skin while declaring martial law. I don't know what kind of crazy bonker shit we could wake up to tomorrow. But probably we're waking up to the news that Trump is the next fucking president. And I'll tell you this, and not only that, it looks like he's taken us, the Republicans have taken a sizable lead in both the Senate and the House. So here's what needs to fucking happen. Assuming shenanigans don't somehow take this from everybody and the conservatives roll over like bitches.
Have you heard of Jesus?
They need to pass a federal law clearing this election shit up. Now, some of you might be saying, but Bechtloff, the Constitution says that the states get to run these elections on their own. And it does. However, practically speaking, all they'd have to do is say, hey, if you don't, for example, have voter ID, you don't get no federal highway funds anymore. That's all the federal government ever has to do to fuck any concept of states' rights right in the butt. Just so we're clear. All right? They do that all the time, and the states roll over because they need that fucking money. So yeah, enough of this shit. Enough of this nonsense. at a bare minimum, voter ID. You show a fucking valid form of photo identification to vote. Well, some people don't have driver's licenses. Yeah, and I'm sure those people have a state ID. Okay, because you fucking need one to exist in the rest of the fucking world. And beyond that, I would also say all the absentee ballots and mail-in ballots and early voting, all that shit needs to go away too. You vote in person the day of the election, or you suck a dick. That needs to be the standard. The only fucking exception should be overseas military, and even that I'm not fucking thrilled with. Because frankly, if it were up to me, no one currently working for the government should be able to vote. Real quick before I forget, since I'm on a bit of a rant.
Have you heard of Jesus?
Donates $10. Thank you very much. It says, hello, brother. Thank you very much for that, Luke. It's very nice to hear from you. Matt Brick says, mass deportation now. Yes, we need that too. Everybody that's here legally needs to fucking go. Frankly, we need to figure out a way to get rid of some people that are here legally too. But so he says, it sounds like it's pretty overwhelming to know no shenanigans can really take place. So he says, who won? I haven't been looking at the news. Jeb won, actually. And he had a really chilling speech where he said, we all should have clapped. And then his eyes glowed red. So I think we're fucked. I don't know. No, Trump has won. And I thought he would. But I mean, I wasn't sure. You know, in 2016, I voted I bet a coworker a couple $100. That's how confident I was. If you were around listening to this channel back then, you remember that election stream. It was a great stream, probably the best I've ever done. I was confident the whole night. I was sitting there saying PA's going to go red. And everyone's like, no, it's not. It's a solid blue state. I'm like, no, it's not. PA's always been purple. It's always been close. It's switching red this time, I guarantee it. And I was right. I was very confident about Trump. In fact, if you remember, even before I was doing live, when I was doing shitty little podcasts that would get a couple hundred views. No, not even. Maybe I crack 100 on the Bechtloff podcast when I first started doing it. 2015. Trump gives his announcement speech, comes down that escalator. I said right then and there, I wasn't sure if he could get through the primary because Republicans are cucks, but I knew he would kill it in a general election. And I was right. I mean, he obviously got through. And to my credit, that first debate in the primary when he immediately bent Megyn Kelly over and pushed her shit in, I was like, wow, he just won this debate and probably the election. I wasn't sure about this one. And it wasn't because I wasn't sure he was going to win. I mean, he won last time. He won in 2020. Let's be fucking for real. But they stole it. You know, they just said, no, he didn't. And conservatives ultimately rolled the fuck over because they tend to do that. So I felt the energy for Trump this time, but I just thought, man, are they just going to steal it? You know, like, yeah, I very clearly felt the energy for Trump in a number of ways. In some ways, fucking more than 2016, but, you know, pizza boxes on windows. Was that going to just, I don't know. And I don't know what to tell you. I mean, I'm obviously very, very fucking happy. I thought this was probably going to happen, but, you know, I said, I got distracted there, but I said, you know, I'd bet a couple $100 with a coworker back in 2016. I didn't bet anybody this time, but I would have bet on Trump, but not more than like a 10 spot. Nothing I couldn't very easily lose, you know? Christian says, remember how you said Trump won in 2016 when you said he didn't have time for political correctness? I felt that way when Trump got shot this time. You know, I definitely felt the energy shift for Trump, but that's kind of when I thought, like, okay, I think Trump's got God's favor here. You know, and I'm hesitant to say that kind of shit. because that kind of fucking talk and that kind of shit can get you into really dangerous positions. I remember the Bush years, man. I was a young adult. You know, I was very politically active, and I was pretty much saved at that point, but I wasn't going to church. I was just so repulsed with Christian subculture. I was trying to find a church that I could stomach. But I remember what it was like then. I remember the church is just some wing of the Republican Party, and you know, I specifically remember having my faith questioned, you know, because I wasn't a Republican. I didn't like the Patriot Act in the Iraq War and dumb shit like that. So I'm very hesitant to say those kind of things. But Trump not having his brains splattered that day seems to me to be a fucking miracle. I mean, I don't say that lightly, you know, and I don't want to fall into, like, there's a, you know, I always joke the Trump derangement syndrome does run both ways. I mean, there's some fucking boomers that just can't help but suck his cock. There's a giant fucking cottage industry of sucking Trump's dick and selling Confefe coffee, and that shit's kind of gay. You know, Trump didn't win. You know why Trump didn't win in 2020? On a spiritual level, he didn't fucking deserve to. At that point, he didn't have God's favor anymore. Because the whole year of 2020 was a goddamn fucking shit show. A fucking disaster. And while a lot of it wasn't his fucking fault, he let it happen. Chat's telling me to pull up Destiny's stream. I'm not watching Destiny's stream. I know, I'm sure it's funny that he's cuck raging. But no, man, I don't want to watch Destiny. I would like it if we'd all just stop. If we all just started pretending Destiny didn't exist. Because I think he might actually fade out of existence if we do. Like, if you don't clap and Tinkerbell dies, I think that's what Destiny is. Like, if we just all look the other way, I don't even think he'd die in a strictly biological sense. I think he would just dematerialize. He'd fade away like Marty McFly in The Picture and Back to the Future. Like, so he says perhaps it's no longer Dad's Republican Party. Yeah, dare I say it, this is a Republican Party I could actually stomach. For the most part. I mean, they still do a lot of gay shit. You know, they voted down the marijuana stuff in Florida. Florida, the last true bastion of American freedom, and you're not even allowed to have weed. Conservatives were kind of gay with that sort of shit. Tell you what, I'm warming up on Vance. You know, I'd seen some, when he first got announced, I'm not sure I ever heard of the fucker. But when he first got announced, I looked into him, and the one thing that I really didn't like was I watched a big, long Charlie Kirk interview he had. And, I mean, he's going on about a bunch of dumb fucking social conservative horse shit and spurging about birth rates and shit. And I was like, oh, this fucking guy. But I gotta tell you, man, everything I've seen, man, that was years ago, that interview with Charlie Kirk. So maybe he's just a little fucking wiser now. Because what I see of him now, I like. You know, I watched almost all that fucking Joe Rogan interview. His Joe Rogan interview is better than Trump's was. I'm just so fucking happy, though, man. Again, are we going to wake up tomorrow? Am I going to wake up at noon tomorrow to the news that they, you know, they just said, no, she won, fuck you? I don't know. I don't think so, though. I don't think so. Bette Midler over on Twitter shared a picture where it was like a bottle of wine. And I think I think I'd seen other people share this too, so I don't even think it's her picture. But it says like a bottle of wine, and there's a little note that says if Kamala wins, and a bottle of bleach, and it says if Trump wins. And I mean, as soon as that announcement is official, I intend to hop right on Twitter and post the old gif of Ted Knight from Caddyshack going, well, we're waiting. Oh, chat. Oh, this is great. This is fucking great. All right, so here's what we're going to do. Because I'm probably going to sign off soon. I mean, unless super chats keep rolling in. But because I am a whore. But otherwise, I'm probably going to sign off soon. But what we can do is we can hop into the Discord. And if anybody's in the Discord, I'm going to hop into the voice chat. And if you want to hop in here and BS for a little bit, we might do that. Otherwise, I might go ahead and just top off. Because I wasn't even planning on it, but I saw the news and I'm like, let's fucking go, man. Let's fucking go. All day long I've just been like, well, I mean, I've been working. But when I was on break, I just go on Twitter and just fucking just retweet memes about the election and shit like that. I think we're good, man. I think now look, could the Republicans fuck this up? Absolutely. If there's one thing the Republicans are good at doing, it's snatching defeat from the jaws of victory. But I think the Republicans could really fuck the Democrats bad here. Okay, so again, voter ID, national voter ID, just and some other things, just knock down the shenanigans, right? Deport the fucking illegals. You have sucked the wind out of the Democrats' sails so badly. And by the way, I don't want a one-party state. I have plenty of fucking problems with the Republicans. I wish the Republicans would kneecap the Democrats, so maybe the Democrats would fucking pull their head out of their ass a little bit. Go back to maybe a little bit more Occupy Wall Street and a little less fucking Tumblr. Somebody in chat says, are you willing to review the new Witchblade comic for $10? I guess. I've been reading it, actually. It's pretty good. Very slow-paced. That's annoying. But all in all, pretty good. And I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't even be saying stuff, because if you're willing to fucking pay me to review it. So let's not get into the... I mostly like it. I have some issues with it. I'll leave it at that. You want to fucking pay me? You pay me. But yeah, I mostly like... I'm a Witchblade guy. I like Witchblade. I've always liked Witchblade. Witchblade is probably one of my biggest, my top not Marvel or DC superhero. I mean, I guess unless you count, like, probably TMNT, I guess. But I almost don't even see them as superheroes. Like, the comic book characters, sure, but sort of skirting the definition of superheroes for them. But yeah, I love Witchblade. Always have. Chat says Trump won to Wisconsin. Well, that's, again, we'll see. Not, but I'm pretty confident. Oh my gosh. So he says your governor wants to run at 28, so he's probably tamped down on potential shenanigans. He might. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, Trump's talking about, like, you know, what with the Department of Cutting Government with Elon Musk, and he's going to bring Ron Paul in. Again, is it possible he's not going to keep these promises? Yeah, I mean, he didn't exactly live up to his fucking rhetoric last time. But, I don't know, man. I'm pretty hopeful again. More hopeful than I've been since about 2017 when I realized the thing is, I honestly think, and maybe he'll let me down on this, I honestly think though that going through a kangaroo court and being fucking shot at, being actually shot, getting a fucking, you know, clears at the mall ear piercing from a fucking bullet. I honestly think those things woke him up. I certainly hope they did. I certainly hope he's not going to get in there and fap about for 4 fucking years. Waste time. It sounds like, I'm scrolling on Twitter here a bit, chat. Forgive me. I was hoping somebody would want to hop in, but I guess not. I know. Dead air. Very exciting. But, looks like they called it. Oh my God, I think he got the popular vote. Dude. Did he just get the fucking popular vote too?
Fox News is projecting that Donald Trump
has flipped Pennsylvania.
Oh no, it's Pennsylvania.
He will go on to win that state's 19 votes. So when we take a look at the electoral,
I'm hearing rumors that I'm hearing rumblings he's gonna get the fucking popular vote. That'd be a hell of a thing. God, the only downside to this is that, God, it just keep us the fuck out of war. I don't want to go to war with Iran for fucking Israel. Please, let's not do that. Trump was pretty good at keeping us out of that war last time. I hope he is again. All right, chat. Well, I think that's about it. Can't really think of anything. I just wanted to hop on and, you know, fucking celebrate. This isn't a proper show, so I'll probably read Common Phil's chat next time I do like an actual hour-long thing. It's just said Wisconsin saved America. Well, I mean, Pennsylvania did too. Let's give us some credit here. I mean, once he got Pennsylvania, he really only needed one more fucking swing state. So, I mean, Kamala basically needed when I got home from work around 11:30. I mean, I'm on the talk radio, the news 580. They're doing their election coverage shit, and at that point there were 7 swing states still up in the air. And basically, she needed all of them. or she was gonna fucking lose. So. All right, chat. I think we're gonna wrap this up. I need to get a fucking shower and go to bed. Gotta run a few errands for work. Oh man, let's tell you what. We'll have Sonic R play me off again a little bit.
Can you see the sun is shining on me? It makes me feel so free, so alive. It makes me want to survive. And the sky, it makes me feel so high. The bad times pass me by. 'Cause today, it's gonna be a brighter day. Can you feel the sunshine? Does it brighten up the day? Don't you feel the sunshine? Just need to run away. Reach out for the sunshine. Forget about the rain. Just think about the good times, and they will come back again.
We get a shower and God, all right. That's about it for tonight, folks. Thanks for listening. Bechtloff